My name is Rikki Cook. I'm the CEO and founder of Treasure Boxes. So born and bred in Adelaide, I've always been here, never left. I love South Australia. Went through university, got a couple of degrees and worked as a social worker for a while, but also worked for Department of Child Protection. So Child Protection is where my heart lies. So from there, Treasure Box was born basically. Interacting with the kids that came into care. They came in traumatised, they came in with absolutely nothing. And as caregivers, we're there to nurture and care and relieve their fears and make sure they feel good. But you can only do that so much without the tools that you need. So I identified a need where these kids were coming, they didn't have clothing, they didn't have toys to play with, they didn't have books to play with. So we decided to meet that need. Our mission at Treasure Boxes is to reduce the number of children living in poverty. When a mother or a caregiver is living in extreme disadvantage, poverty, she's left a domestic violence situation, she has absolutely nothing and she has no hope, she doesn't know what the next step is, she just knows she had to leave very fast. By providing her everything she needs to look after those babies, by providing the kids a box of toys so they can sit and play and be a child for a second and forget about all the noise and all the stress and trauma that's just happened to them, actually helps them move on, it helps them connect with their caregivers, it helps them know that things will be okay eventually in the end. Also the financial hardship of it. So we're saying to mum, don't buy all those things that you need for the children, we'll provide them for you. You just focus on making sure you've got a roof over your house, you can put food in the cupboard, and you're planning on rebuilding again. We'll take care of everything else for you. Treasure Box has been running for about 5 years, but essentially only about the last 18 months we got our first warehouse. So before that it was at my house and my shed was filling up all this stuff, and we finally got a warehouse. I think we had maybe 4 volunteers about 18 months ago. Since then we have over 80 volunteers now and 10 casual staff, which is fantastic. And every single one of our volunteers has a story, they have a need, they have a purpose to support kids in need, and they are just absolutely unique and so valued. So we've grown very, very fast to meet the demand. We always need more volunteers, and we tend to find volunteers are the ones that are heartfelt, so the ones who really want to give back and really care about the community and want to do something, take action to support kids in need, and that's what we have surrounding us here at the warehouse. There's a whole lot of ways that you can help kids in need. So obviously you can't connect directly with the households that are struggling at the moment, but you can connect with them through us. So donate cots, car seats, pushers, clothing, toys. Donate some money, you know, $5 a week adds up to $260 across the year, which will buy us an entire nursery set for a baby. Bring yourself in here and volunteer with us. You know, we're always looking for handy people, hands-on people that just want to give back 1 day a week, 1 day a month. We don't really mind, doesn't matter to us. Bring your kids in. We have a fantastic play area there. So because you have a child doesn't mean that you can't come in and volunteer. We actually encourage children to come in because they learn from what's around them and they actually learn what it's like to give back, and they love that and they grow up knowing that, which is great. Bring your workplaces in. Workplaces, we absolutely love our corporate sponsors. They are the backbone to helping us do what we do. So if you are a workplace organisation that want to help us directly, we're grassroots. We're getting right down to the bottom, the families directly. So the money will go directly to families for sure. So for the last 6.5 years, I have seen hundreds of children come into my care in that child protection realm, and they're babies right up to 17 years old, and every single one of them has been through things that people would never normally see, they wouldn't imagine, and it's absolutely heartbreaking to see what these kids don't have, and to be able to provide them a box of clothing and to see their eyes light up and go, well, no one's ever given me clothing before, or to give them a toy, or to give them just something that we all take for granted, and to have them cherish that is just amazing, and it really makes you think that we live such a privileged life. And like I said, there's 23,500 kids in South Australia who don't have the basic stuff. I'm not talking about Queensland holidays or anything here, they don't have the basics. So I have a foster son as well, so I've seen what he's been through. I've been a foster carer for quite a long time, so my experience, what I see coming through the doors, and the, you know, the hundreds of referrals and families that we have coming through those doors, and how brave these women are and caregivers and families are to go through what they've been through and stand up to that point, and they've managed to get to where they are, but now they've fallen over, and we can help pick them up again. The end goal in a perfect world is to have no children in South Australia living in poverty. That's not going to happen anytime soon, but we are going to try our damnedest to make sure we can do as much as we can, as fast as we can, because every day that goes by, every child that's crying, every child that's in distress, every mother that is just beside herself going she can't provide the basics for her kids, we're not going to stop until that is all eradicated. Like I said, it's going to take a while, but we can do it. We need immense support from the community, which we get, absolutely. We need more support from corporations, from the government. We need everyone to band together to have that universal focus to go together. We can achieve amazing things, like amazing. And I get really excited thinking about what we can achieve, and we can. 18 months ago, we didn't exist, really. And we've come this far in 18 months. Imagine what we can do in 5 years. Like, it's gonna be amazing, and I'm excited. We've just released our regional program, which will take us all the way up through Port Pirie, Port Augusta, Ceduna, Whyalla. Our plan in the next 2 to 3, 4 years is to head all the way up to AP Wildlands and make sure those communities can receive our service, and then possibly even up into Northern Territory. So we have big visions, and we've got the might to do it. So the City of Port Adelaide Enfield Council, I was nominated for the Citizen of the Year Award. We went along, myself and my marketing manager went along, and I just thought, I'm going to go because it's a polite thing to do and acknowledge and be really thankful for what we've been nominated for. And the moment they announced my name, I went, what? This is not right. I had my boys there and they stood up and they were so excited, and it was just mind-blowing to think that something so small, a small seed, has turned into this huge thing, and the honour that came with being awarded the Citizen of the Year was just phenomenal. But it's not about me, really. It's about what we have created all together, and it's such a feather in the cap to show every single one of our volunteers, every single donator, that we are doing something really magnificent, and it's worth noting, and obviously that's where this award's come from. I guess the message we want to send to the community is that this is a really big problem. So whether it's domestic violence, whether it's homelessness, whether it's poverty, whether we have a mum and dad living together and COVID's happened. They've both lost their jobs. They've never lost their jobs before, but COVID happens, and now they're living in poverty, struggling to hold onto their house. We help families like that. We help them right down this end of the spectrum as well. So, we have 40 odd referrals here. This is 1 week's worth of families. There's probably another 200 out there we're not reaching, but we're trying to. So, for example, we've got a young 18-year-old mum here. She already has a 6-year-old, so if you do the maths, she would have had her first baby at about 13. She has still kept care of him, which is fantastic, so a little 6-year-old boy. She has been homeless for the last 6 years. She left home in this year. She's just moved into a new house, which is fantastic. So she's just starting her brand new life after being homeless for many, many years. And she's got an 18-month-old baby as well. So, we've got an 18-year-old mum with a 6-year-old and an 18-month-old who's homeless, who has absolutely nothing. But she's just been given a second chance, which is brilliant. So she's moved into a new house. We are giving her absolutely everything. So we're giving toy packs, we're giving clothes packs for the kids, shoe packs, linen, she's getting a cot, she's getting bed sheets, she's getting nappies, she's getting everything she needs to look after those 2 babies. So first of all, she has everything she needs. So those kids are looked after, they've got nappies, they've got whatever. There's probably about $5,000 or $6,000 worth of items we're giving to mum, so she doesn't have to spend that money anymore to get those items. So she's now got excess money to pay for her rent, pay for her bond, fill up the pantry with food, all that kind of stuff. So it sounds confronting when you look at the story, but then when you look at what we're doing for her and what the community is doing for her by donating and supporting us, it is absolutely exceptional. So we're changing her life and all of these other lives. And we support other agencies that do similar to us, so we'll help each other, and that's key. Like, the collaboration is really key. We are a large organisation because we support mum from when she's pregnant right up until she's 17. And we're supporting over 120 agencies. So all major hospitals are now using our service. Domestic violence services using us. Youth services, some of the big names are coming through our service as well, which we're really proud to support them, and hopefully continue getting bigger and bigger. I would say come and join us. come and join us as a volunteer, as a donator, as part of our what we call a Treasure Box family. So you might donate regularly, you become our family. You're welcomed here. It's a friendly place. We are incredibly enthusiastic, and we're growing really, really fast, and we're agile, and we are determined to meet our mission, which is reducing the number of kids living in poverty. Oh, every time I close the door and I take a look back and I look at this, I go, yeah, we're doing it. We're doing what we said we were going to do, and we're going to keep going. Treasure boxes. Because we can do things, it's not hard. You just have to get up and do it and take action. Don't talk about it anymore, just do it. So go out and donate, or go out and volunteer, or go out and say you're going to do what you're going to do. I'm really passionate about collective impact. And collective is, let's all do this. A little bit of effort from a million people, we can change the world. We have thousands of donators a year. Last year we supported 859 families, over 2,000 kids. We're going to double that this year. And that's just everyone in the community going, yeah, I'm going to donate to these guys, or I'm going to support these guys, or as a corporation, they're my target charity this year. I'm going to support those guys because they're doing good stuff, they're grassroots, they're transparent, they're doing what they say they're going to do, and they're smashing goals. So, we're all in this together. For people believing in my vision, in what I thought, in the dream that we had to create Treasure Box and make it reality. Like, honestly, the support that I get from my volunteers, from my employees, from the community going, yeah, we believe in what you're doing and we want to support you. Absolutely amazing. I was asked this last week and they said, what would your tagline be? And mine was to aim high, stay humble. And I think that's really, really great advice for our youth as well, and anyone who's kind of a bit stale. Shoot for the stars, because this happened when you shoot for the stars, but it's a team thing. So the humble part is really important, I think. Yeah, a huge thank you to the City of Port Adelaide Enfield Council for the nomination, for the award, for the community, for everyone that donates, everyone that volunteers, every corporate that support us to help us grow and get bigger and support and impact more families. Thank you.